The camera jumps into pure chaos instantly. Clips of the cast laughing so hard they can't get through their lines. Someone stumbles on set, another person drops a prop, and everyone around them loses control. The energy is loud, unfiltered, and feels like a group of friends who just cannot keep it together. You can almost feel the audience smiling already because even before the story begins, the Walter boys are showing what kind of madness follows them whenever the cameras are rolling. It's not polished. It's not perfect. It's real, messy, and hilarious. And that's exactly what makes it impossible to look away. It starts simple. A single scene is supposed to be serious, but the moment one of the cast members forgets their line, everything collapses. At first, there's just a small chuckle, the kind you try to cover with a fake cough, but then it spreads like wildfire. Another actor's face turns red. Someone snorts midline, and suddenly the whole set is shaking with giggles. What was supposed to be heartfelt becomes pure comedy in a matter of seconds. You see them trying to reset, biting their lips, turning their heads away, doing anything to avoid eye contact. But as soon as their eyes meet, it's over again. The most unforgettable moment is when one of them delivers a line so seriously, so full of fake passion, that the others can't hold it together anymore. They clutch their stomachs, some even drop to the floor, and the director has no choice but to cut. Instead of frustration, there's just more laughter, more inside jokes being born right there on set. The bloopers roll like an endless chain reaction. Each mistake makes the next one worse until even the crew behind the cameras is laughing, shoulders bouncing, trying not to ruin the take with background noise. It's not just the forgotten lines either. Sometimes the chaos starts because someone makes a silly face in the middle of a dramatic scene. Other times, it's a prop that decides to betray them, a chair squeaks too loudly, a fake door refuses to close, or a sound effect plays at the wrong time. Each accident sparks laughter, and what should be just another retake becomes a memory the cast will never forget. You can almost imagine the crew saving these bloopers in a special folder titled "Impossible to Finish Without Laughing." And then there are those golden moments when cast members decide to improvise. They go off script, adding ridiculous lines no one expected, pushing the others to the edge of breaking character. You see the effort in their faces, the way they bite their lips, the way their eyes widen in silent panic. But the second someone's shoulders start shaking, everyone else gives up. The seriousness disappears. The scene is officially lost. The only thing left is laughter bouncing off the walls. The joy is contagious. It's the kind of laughter that feels like being at a sleepover with your closest friends, where one joke turns into another and suddenly hours have passed just from laughing too hard. Even when the cameras are rolling, they forget for a moment that this is work. It feels more like a playground, a place where mistakes aren't just mistakes. They're the best part of the experience. By the end of the behind-the-scenes moments, you don't even remember what the original script was supposed to be. All you remember is the sound of laughter echoing, the sight of actors collapsing onto each other, and the unstoppable energy that makes the cast feel less like coworkers and more like a family who simply can't take themselves too seriously. Watching them fall apart like this doesn't just make you laugh. It makes you feel like you're part of the group, stuck in the middle of the chaos, unable to breathe from smiling too much. There's something about this cast that makes it impossible for them to stay serious when the cameras stop rolling. It's not just laughter. It's pranks, endless pranks, and playful teasing that never seems to run out of fuel. What starts as a tiny joke almost always snowballs into a full-on moment of chaos that leaves everyone crying from laughter. It begins with the simplest tricks, someone hiding a prop, swapping out a script page with something ridiculous, or sneaking up behind another cast member to startle them during rehearsals. The reactions are priceless. A guy jumps, shrieks, then bursts into uncontrollable giggles. Of course, the finger pointing of "it was you" echoes across the set. But the pranks don't stop at the simple stuff. There's an entire unspoken competition among them, a secret game of who can pull off the funniest or most unexpected trick before getting caught. Sometimes it's as small as someone switching seats during a table read, forcing the others to pause midline when they realize the wrong person is suddenly across from them. Other times, it's someone sneaking snacks onto the set where they don't belong, munching loudly in the middle of a serious rehearsal until everyone breaks character. The more ridiculous it gets, the harder it is to keep the energy under control. One of the most chaotic moments is when cast members team up for a prank. They pick their target carefully, whispering and planning in the corner, barely able to hold in their excitement. The payoff is always spectacular, whether it's hiding behind props and jumping out at the perfect time, or